My words have never been afraid to walk around without a jockstrap or bra on. You have to let it all hang out. Sometimes they're vulgar and raw, guilty fantasies dripping down the side of my mouth. Yes, my poems have gone commando before. And I don't think they ever had any inhibitions of their own. They had to carry mine. I say in metaphor when I can't face myself. I confess that on hollow nights I pray for my lungs to collapse just so I can appreciate my next breath. I never forgive myself for other people's mistakes. And I really only feel like myself on a stage. See, I write poems instead of obituaries because you should celebrate life rather than reminisce about it. I've never written a suicide note. The eternity of it scares me. Scares my demons back into hiding behind my eyelids. Scares my demons back into hiding behind my eyelids.
How am I supposed to fly when diplomas are written on broken wings? Teachers line my desk, colorblind pallbearers, and their eyes only see shades of test scores. When hallways are tattooed by the snap, crackle, and pop of broken glass report cards. When the smog of stress and riddled sweat glands fill the air, I can't breathe. They box me into broken computers behind classroom doors, forced binary code down my throat, push physics to the border of the page. No room for chalkboard margin doodles here. No time to realize that they replaced all the cat hang in their posters for world rankings. I must have played hooky the day they made us choose sketchbooks or calculators, or did we even have a choice? Without art, I lose a little bit more of myself in every formula. I love numbers, but my pencils never craved the taste of bubble sheets. Math can't sustain me. Biology, it only makes me appreciate the colors of a rainbow and how clouds hold water in their ink block fluffiness. And history, it's just the blueprint for my new renaissance. You see, it all comes full circle. In a collage of gunpowder and blackboards when sparks collide from shooting stars and equations. Can't you see the music notes scratched through history? But y'all don't hear me though. You ignore the pincushion revolutions falling from paintbrushes. You only speak in true, false, or all of the above, placing shackles on our brains. They grind Friday afternoons into Monday mornings. You praised perfect GPAs but didn't blink when the valedictorian carved cheat sheets in her wrist. She turned in suicide notes for essays. Every speech, alcohol and prescription mixed on her breath. Didn't you teach her what to do when things fall apart? When milliseconds feel like a rapture. You're only asking her to be perfect, right? Now you have a student council full of ulcers, a student body wondering if textbooks are enough to hold them. Wondering if you noticed how easily test scores break under the weight of rejection letters. And you wonder why we hold our heads bowed and necks arched in stress, dreams being plucked, guitar strings in your Pied Piper cavalry march. Maybe that's why schools turned into war zones. Adderall traded for bullets, book bags turned into body bags. When Ivy League dreams crumble under a cookie-cutter curriculum, when the friction of 4 years slithers into smoke, you tried to tuck us into an assembly line, processing out filtered grades. But my mind doesn't work like that. My temples are bent in a compilation of random facts, color schemes, lyrics, and sometimes textbook trivia. Sometimes I just need to write the answers in watercolors. Tease the bindings of book with my ink-stained calligraphy fingerprints. Maybe you just need to remember the days when gold stars hung off of refrigerator magnets. plaques to your success. And remember how you never let them fall. We're those phosphorescent comets you hung your hopes on. Just desperate for sky. Just desperate to fly.
I've written many last wills and testament. They always begin with, Mom and Dad, please, do not look through my internet browsing history. And end, don't worry about me soaring to heaven's gates. I found God in the rusty back alley of a poem. One night he offered me blood, so I drank his flesh and scripture. Now I'm a holy cannibal overcoming mortality. And once embalming fluid has drowned out the screams festering in my lungs, take all of my pieces, all of my fragments and conjunctions and ands and buts, and put them in a shoebox. Dig a hole deep enough to bear it, to accommodate your sorrow, and bury them there like a shriveling creature. Not because I want them to die with me, but so they will thrive long after my corpse decays. Maybe they'll take root and grow into something bigger than myself. They'll grow into poetries. A forest of my tallest dreams, the ones that puncture the clouds. An orchard of the fruits of my labor. The ripened produce of a life just past. I just hope they're not too sappy. I have more poignancy than melodrama in the meaning. I hope they go get somebody. Every piece I wrote to find myself is the one that's going to save somebody else. My tongue is often moonlighted as a caped crusader, but it's not busy being a slave master's whip. I use to segregate my thoughts, not by color or creed, but beginnings and ends. I've been to the end of fairy tales and insomniac sentences, and I'm no longer a walking apology. I've slept in the hollow nook of insecurity, and it almost swallowed me whole. It took everything I had to pull myself out of my own skin, hold me up to the light and say, wow, this is what humanity looks like. It's transparent and fleshy and brilliant. It's art and it's words. Words that are never afraid to tell it how it is. To walk around with scars like imperfection is the latest trend. No masks, no corsets or bra straps or fear. For me, words are picket lines, and the sky is still a nudist streaking across the atmosphere. And I can look up and laugh at the gods because I am so finite, but my words create infinity.
You can be saved, you can be the one to teach, but first you got to open wide, spread your mind and reach.
I am Willie Shaman II. I attend North Carolina A&T. I'm 20 years old. I came into the Institute with absolute ensemble. I am Asagard.
I'm Tony Jenkins. I'm 17 years old. I attend R.J. Reynolds High School in Winston-Salem, and I joined in the Reach Ensemble. Now I'm Asagard.
I am Deanna Michelle Daniel. I am 17 years old. I go to University of North Carolina School of the Arts, and I joined in Reach, and I am Asagard.